Welcome to Motherbird Vlog. Hi Motherbird Vlog family. If you're new to my channel, I'm Zara, I'm 21, mum to 2 girls, Ruby and Lucy. And today I am talking to you about hashtag Let's Lift Loneliness. 3 simple words, 1 easy message. So loneliness is something I'm really passionate about getting rid of, because no one wants to ever feel alone. No one should ever feel alone, which is why I've decided to collaborate with some fellow YouTubers to help banish loneliness. All their links are down below, so if you look in the description, yeah, that's you looking in the description right now. All the other links are in there, so have a click, have a look at them, and you'll get to know more about some cool, amazing people and what their thoughts are on loneliness. So here is my video. This is the one you are clicked on. So let's talk loneliness. Basically, I put on my Instagram story a few days ago. If you've got me on there, you'll see whether you felt lonely in the past year or not. Are you ready to hear the figures? Right. 964 people said yes. Like, that's bad. 964 people thought in the past year they felt alone, compared to 129 said no. Let those figures sink in. If you stood in a room full of people, that's nearly 9 out of every 10 people have felt alone. Now that is not right, and I am planning to slowly and surely help do something about it. So loneliness has affected me. When I first had Lucy, getting out the house with 2 children that young on your own when you don't drive is a bit of a hard task. So a lot of the time, especially as I was breastfeeding and didn't feel as comfortable with a toddler to try look after as well, breastfeeding in public, because let's face it, I'd be running down the street with one of my boobs out, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. But I'm not comfortable. My boobs are awful looking. Like, I only subject Tom to have to look at them. Dodo wanting to join in, as per usual. So yeah, I didn't get out much, and then that's when everything started seeping in. With illnesses hitting, so people don't want to come round with their kids, which is understandable. I don't like spreading germs. But then you become on your own. After all the newborn snuggles dies down, normality hits, and mum guilt does as well, because I was like, 1 minute, I'm spending the whole day with my children. Why do I feel alone? They're enough, like, don't get me wrong, but it was the adult company, and that was something I had to really think hard and own up to. And this is why I'm doing a little video on my top 5 tips of helping loneliness. Tip number 1, to start off with, self-care. Look after yourself. Every single day you are putting every inch of your soul into your little human beings, and that is brilliant. But you cannot be a good mother if you are not taking care of yourself and making yourself feel good. So every day, make this a little rule. You've got to have 5 minutes doing something for you, whether that's when the kids are in bed to have a bath, or whether that's having 5 minutes to eat your sandwich. I understand if you're a single parent this is harder, but when they are in bed, rather than just going straight into all the housework, straight to bed, do something that makes you feel good, because I tell you what, you deserve it. And if you feel good, you're not half as feeling bad about yourself, so you don't tend to isolate yourself as much. Tip 2 is talk. Sounds really simple, doesn't it? Just like, oh, just talk. But talk to someone. Talk to your mum, talk to your health visitor, talk to your siblings, talk to your partner. There is someone out there that will listen. If not, drop me a message, talk to me, drop the girls in the links below a message, talk to them. There is always someone to talk to. And that is the worst thing. You feel like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, that you can't talk to people, that you're not going to talk to people, that you don't want to burden them, that you don't want to look as if you're struggling as a mother. And admitting that you feel lonely at times does not mean you're struggling. It means you're human. It means you have emotions, and that is completely fine. So yeah, talk. Talk to someone and let people know how you're feeling. If you feel isolated from friends, if you feel like they don't invite you anymore or anything like that, talk to them, let them know. People aren't mind readers. Just have a little chat. It instantly made me feel better. Tip 3, groups. Go to a group or join a group. This does not mean you have to leave the house to join a group. There is places like Channel Mums online, which is a brilliant community for mums to be able to connect. They've got people to talk to, they've got experts on there if you've got problems. And I'm not just on about mental health problems that you're trying to deal with, but also problems from potty training, things like that. They've got people for advice. And not everyone has that for advice, or not everyone feels comfortable asking their friends and family for advice. So you've got support like that. Or your local baby groups. That is a good place to start. Don't get me wrong, I've walked into some lions' dens. They've been cliquey. I've felt like I've wanted to be a sugar puff and pull certain sets of lips over my head and just disappear because no one spoke to me, no one smiled to me. But I was brave. I walked in, I took my kids, and I came out of it and I felt crap because no one spoke to me. But then I knew that my kids had a good time, and that was enough to make me go again. There are so many different groups. Not every single one will be cliquey. If you've got someone to go with you, that's always brilliant. But if not, I honestly think everybody has voices in their heads. There is the one saying you, oh, you shouldn't go, oh, don't. And it's self-doubt. And once you push past that, you will feel 100 times better. Tip number 4. Number 4, leave the house. I'm not saying like go, walk out the door, don't turn around now. Like, no. I'm not saying like just leave your house and never come back, but get out the house. My worst days for loneliness is when I don't leave the house. And I don't even have to go somewhere and talk somewhere. I could walk the dog. I could go to my local co-op and just walk back. Don't even have to buy something. I walk to a local park or just literally go for a 5-minute stroll, and it's amazing what that can do for your mindset. It can help you just feel like you're not stuck in between 4 walls. It just, a walk always makes me feel 100 million gazillion times better. So go for a walk. And also it's good for you. Number 5, make a call, just have a conversation. Adult conversation is important. It's not bad that sometimes being with your children all day, you just want a normal conversation that doesn't revolve around what colour cup you want with your lunch. I always find that I can call my mum when she's on her lunch break, or I give Tom a little ring sometimes and blame it on the kids, or I will call another mum. Blogging has done wonders for this. It's created a community for me where there's always someone I can feel I can reach out to. And it doesn't even have to be a conversation that's deep and darkening and where you feel you have to unload everything, but just a simple conversation like, hey, how are you? Oh, did you watch Hollyoaks last night? Oh yeah, I did. Can you believe Sienna? No, I can't. Like, just have a conversation. People aren't going to find you annoying. They're not gonna think, oh, why is she messaging me? A lot of other people are sat there thinking, oh, I just wish someone would drop me a message. And don't be afraid to be the one to message someone first. I have so many people message me and they say, oh, I'm really sorry to bother you. Don't be. I'm sat here like, oh my God, someone spoke to me. Thank you. And especially when I get loads of messages at once, people say, oh, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to say this. Like, just reach out. You don't realise how many other people want to talk as well. And I know there's some good apps there as well to help you connect with local mums. So yeah, they're my top 5 tips with self-combating loneliness. There are so many other videos in the links below about loneliness, people's experience, because let's get rid of the whole taboo of it's not okay to admit that you feel alone. Like, I'm in a relationship, I have a brilliant family and support network, and even sometimes I can feel alone. So it doesn't mean that just because someone's in a relationship that they don't feel alone sometimes. And it's nothing that Tom's done. Bless him, he's working really hard all day at work. It's me and the adult company that we crave sometimes. We all know it takes a village to raise our babies. So let's be a village together. I am now 100% so less lonely than I used to be, because I've reached out, I've started speaking, I do my blog, I do my vlog, and I tell you all how I feel, and everyone else always says, oh yeah, that is exactly how I feel. So never feel alone in how you're feeling. There will be other people that are in exactly the same boat as you, and just because they're not on your ship going to the same place right now doesn't mean they're not out there feeling the same. It's time to connect, it's time to build bridges, let's make a community, let's lift loneliness. If you like what you saw today, make sure that you like, subscribe and drop us a comment on how you plan to live loneliness, or if it's ever affected you before. Love you, Mother Bird Blog family.